Congratulations! You have successfully built your first mobile robot using Jump. There are two NeoPixels here, so you actually can program it as a signal of these mobile robots. Okay, so you can turn on your headlight when there is dark. Okay, because Makerspace they actually have a light sensor here. And with the recently launched, which is last year, not long ago, okay, less than a year ago. So they have these V2 versions, Makerspace, that you can have a microphone and the bezel buzzer built in to the box. Okay, then there is also this touch sensitivity logos, so you can program input and another input with this touch. Okay, so there's a lot of things that you can learn with this kit. Get this kit complete with the Makerspace. Then if you already have one, then you can just get one without the Makerspace. There's two options for you. Okay, alright, congratulations, you have done the first mobile robots. Now let us go to revise again the first series that we have done using EduBits. We need to install extensions, right? For Jump, you will also need to install the Jump extensions. Okay, I will show you how. Now you can go to Google and search for Mac code editors. Click on the first results, the top results. It should be land you on this page. So if you're first time here, then you will only see these new projects. But if you have previously used Mac code editor before, then you should be able to see all your previous cache. Okay, so when you click on the new projects, it will prompt you to name your project first. Okay, you can simply name your projects followed by any name that you want to give for your projects. So I will just give it Jump. Okay, and then I click on create. So same like EduBit, when you click on the extensions and search for Jump, okay, you should be able to see the extensions that you need for this Jump robot kits. Okay, click on the Jump. Successfully installed, you should be able to see Jump and REKA. Okay, as I said before, REKA is a smaller size of EduBit with lesser ports, but it is sufficient for you. And even like just using the black box, you can actually because the left and right light, right, they're actually only using the pins, 2 pins. Okay, so you still have 2 extra pins on the left right light. Then by using the black box, basically you can also utilize the other 2 pins. Okay, but the wiring you have to make sure that it is properly connected. Okay, get the extra jumper cables, male to males and male to females, and then connect accordingly. Okay, then you are good to go. Alright, we will explore a bit more. Okay, so the next series will be touching on how we're going to use the IoT to do the some fun projects. Okay, in the next series. Okay, so once you have installed these two, right, then you can just program it. Okay, I want to program it to input on button A press to turn on the light. Okay, so just go to the Jump and just click on this set all headlight to on. Okay, there is on and off, high, low. Okay, so when you on button A press, then you should be able to turn on the headlight. Okay, let's give it a go. Okay, so this one I have connected before. So you can pair the device here. Okay, pair the device, and then when you already paired, then you'll be able to see this logo here. Okay, so the logo is like this. Okay, so this is how you identify. Okay, after you click downloads, okay, so the light here will be blinking when it's flashing the card. The USB light will be blinking when it's flashing, downloading the code. Okay, once downloaded, now you can test your code. Okay, turn on. Then press button A. Let's see. Okay, see? So the light is on. Alright. Okay, now I switch off. So there is one of the few things that extra compared to bigger box. You can. Okay, now let's try to make this robot cars a bit smarter. Go to inputs and drag out this light level. Now we need to use if logic. Comparisons blocks. Okay, so we need to get the threshold value for the light. Okay, how to get the threshold value? You can just drag this button B, show number, and get your in lights level here. So the first reading, it will always be 255 because it detects the light from the LED itself. Okay, so I want you to get one without the light, which is you can turn you can turn off your light, or you can use your hand to cover the microbit board so they detect no light conditions. Okay, and then or you just cast a shadow over it. Okay, to get the threshold value. Okay, then we remove your hands to get the second values, and then you divide these two values by 2. Okay, then you can just put it here. For example, just maybe put 50 here, and then you need to put less than. Okay, just put 50. So when these conditions means you need the light, so you turn on. Okay, else then you just turn it off. Okay, so here you'll be able to cast the shadow, and then you turn on the light. You remove your hand, then you turn off. Then another way is you can also use button A as a switch on and off for the light by using the max. Okay, we can use a remainder. Okay, so get this remainder of, for example, I get the variables, then just put light, variable light. Okay, if you need to use variables, then you need to set initiations for lights. Okay, the initial value is 0. So this one you put divided by 2. Then another one, you just turn it off. So it is managed to divide by 2, then it will set this to on. Okay, so every time you press A, so when the light is able to 0, the remainder of the light, 0 divided by 2 is equal to 0, then it will turn on. So you need to put one variables here. Change light, change encoding means you will add. Okay, so it will add the light value by 1. So 0 plus 1. So the second time when you press, it's become 1 divided by 2. So it's not equal to 0. Then you will run the following codes, the else. So we'll set the light to off. Okay, and then the third time 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 0. Then you will turn back on. Okay, so that's it. So you can do the light sensings and also the manual switch on and off the light. Okay, so now you realize that there are these two programs. There is a conflict of actions because this one is in forever loops. So you're forever running this auto mode. So for you to set manually, you need to use another make another variables. Okay, just name it auto. Okay, then this one I already set before. Okay, so you set the auto to 0. Then you get one more logic. Set a condition for these loops. Okay, and get one comparison blocks. Go to variables, drag the auto here. So if auto is equal to 1, then you only run this code when this condition is fulfilled. Now the next one, I want you to go drag the on button A, then choose A and B. When A and B is pressed, same thing like this. Okay, you can use another method which is set variable. Set meaning to say is fix the variables value, okay, to the value that you want it. Okay, so when auto is 0, I want you to do is set this to 1, then you can put a short string. So when you press A, then when the value is 0, you set this auto to 1. Okay, meaning to say when you press A and B, it will straight away run this code, the first condition. Okay, because the initiations auto is 0. So it will set the auto to 1. And then the auto on means, okay, I name it auto light mode on. Okay, then I duplicate this one. This one I set to 0. Okay, this one I put it to auto light mode off. Okay, alright, once you have done this, just download it to your Makerspace. Okay, fetch the code to the Makerspace. Okay, so once you have done that, you can just test the code. Okay, Thanks for watching, and I will see you on 26th November 2 p.m. Okay, and if you have more questions, you can always drop a comments. If you have more questions, feel free to drop a comments, and we'll be able to see your questions and answer your questions in our next series. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Take care.